Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are continuing with our declutter. We're going to work on eyeshadow palettes today. Now, I decluttered a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I'm kind of down to everything I want to keep, but I'm going to go back through. I did declutter one. It's on my eyes right now, but I have these colors. I have these colors over and over and over. It was the Disney Masquerade ColourPop palette. So I'm going to start with my small eyeshadow palettes. And we'll work through to the biggest eyeshadow palettes. This drawer has a lot of little mishmashy stuff, and I would really like to kind of get it cleaned back out and organized. Like the ColourPops. Let me grab those out. And I think this one is not a ColourPop. It's the Ace Beauty. No, it's a ColourPop. I might have got rid of my Ace Beauties. Nope, there's the Ace Beauty. And then ColourPops, I have Super Shock and Bubbly. Here's the other Ace Beauty. This one's Latte, Fine Pearl, Mountain Lion, and Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. No. Those were two different things. This one is Mighty Morphin, but it just came out. Hold on. No, the glue just came loose. It needs more glue at the bottom, apparently. The glue that's holding the pan in came out. Alright. It's like goo. It's goo. The glue is goo. What in the world? So I need to super glue that back in. I'll have to find me some super glue. So let me gently lay that in there. And I'll have to remember not to try to tip this one over because it's not glued in. But very pretty. I wonder if they're all like that. Don't feel like it, so hopefully that was the only one. All right, my Visi Art. This is, what is this one? I know it's all Neutral Mattes. Keeping, I love that palette. Jeffree Star Mini Breaker. I do love this one for the purples. I did not like the Big Jaw Breaker. I don't wear a lot of vivid colors, but I do wear these peachy purpley colors, so that's why I like the mini. And I have the mini O palette. I have the big O palette. His eyeshadows are some of my favorites. No matter what you think about the man, the person, he has a freaking good eyeshadow formula. This was another one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas. And Makeup Geek, Miss Marlena, if you're watching, you know you are still like the OG, the cult classic, fantastic formula. I have a lot of her singles. And this one was something autumn, I think. I don't remember, but you could buy this already curated in the thing. Something autumn. I don't remember, but you can't get it anymore anyway. But love that one. I think this is one I curated. I can't remember. But it's just, like I said, peaches and browns. Like I have these colors all over the place. Winky Looks. I keep this palette for one color, basically. And the cute packaging with the Kit Kats. I mean, it's a nice little palette, and I can get a full look. I don't really use this blue, but I use all the other colors. So the one color I keep it for is this like duochrome right here. That one is so yeah. Like I said, I have gone through these and I pretty much have them where I want them. I think I will declutter this Morphe. This is 9A, just because I have so many nudes. Like I said, I have that Visi Art one, and I have the Jeffree O. I'm sure I have more nudes in there that will allow me to be okay without this one. This one is Sydney Grace. I signed up for their emails, but I don't get emails from them to know when they do another mystery box, because I do like their mystery bags. So this was the blues, I believe, the first time I seen it. all the other ones were gone and I didn't have a chance to pick. So, and you guys know I don't wear a lot of blue eyeshadow, but those are fantastic quality as well. ColourPop Sage the Day. I do wear a lot of greens. I don't use this palette a lot. I've not been wearing makeup. My new job, especially now that we're going into summer, it's hot. I'm in a stock room, like beside a truck, and I'm on the truck some days. I don't wear makeup. I don't. It's too damn hot. Excuse my French. This was Makeup Geek. This was one of her last sales. It wasn't that final sale where things were like $1, but they were still like $2 or something. So I got the 4 palette and just made me a little mini palette there with some peachy colors and browns. And you can switch these out because I do have a ton of her shadows in another palette. Natasha Denona will always keep hers because they're fantastic, and I have some smaller ones of hers that I'll keep. This Wonder Sweet Escape, this is one I think I'll let go. Again, pretty colors. It just seems like they weren't that pigmented for me. Huda Beauty. I don't have any of the big Huda palettes. I'm going to have to, guys, because they're beautiful, and I don't have any of them. A friend gifted me this emerald green, and I do wear a lot of green, so she's a keep. These two are not that old. This is Major Love and Secret Santa. These are the small Too Faced ones. I caught these on sale on Ulta. Again, green. So, these shadows are fantastic. And this one, I pull this one out all the time for this black to use for my eyeliner. All the time. I use that black right there. So there's those. I'm trying to see what else. There is the mauve one. Yeah, Mauve Obsessions. I need to put that up with the green. Fenty Beauty. I've had this forever, and I bought it thinking, okay, I'm going to use this for eyeshadow, and I did use it for eyeshadow. It's really pretty, but I think I'm going to let that one go. I've had it in my collection forever. I'm going to let that one go. I think I just reordered this one, and I already have it. Well, if I did, it'll go to give away to one of you guys whenever I do another giveaway. This is AOA Studio Non-Color Hirosaki Cherry Blossom. This is a really pretty palette too. I need to use that one. And this is, what is this? Sydney Grace. This was a liquid eyeshadow, I think. I'm going to put it up here with my other liquid eyeshadows. This is a little palette you got at Sally Beauty for, I think it was 99 cents. And I have in there possibly ColourPop shadows or Makeup Geek. These are Makeup Geeks. So there's another Makeup Geek quad that I have in that palette there. This is a Sydney Grace. It said it was, it just says, it says pressed pigment. This is not, this is a loose pigment. Firelight Glow. That's like a big gigantic eyeshadow or something. That is not a highlighter. That is not, I mean, it's colored. So that to me is like a giant eyeshadow. Here's another ColourPop in the color Plume or Plum. Plume, because it's got an E on the end. So I'm going to put all my ColourPops back down in here now that I have made like a little section. 3 will fit in a container, and of course I have 1 extra. Shop Miss A, I got all 3 of these. I think I'm going to let this one go. They're beautiful highlighters. And then I will keep these 2. They do make beautiful highlighters. Put those back down in there. What is back in here? Coastal Scents. You guys know I've had that forever. This is empty. I'm going to let it go. Another Shop Miss A. I don't think I've ever even used this one. And I have not because it's still sealed. This is Fairy Garden eyeshadow. So that's something we can use and play with sometime or another. trying to get back into, there's some bigger ones back in here and some smaller ones. All right, these are my e.l.f. like little mini bites. So there's one, again, I have nudes all day long. So I think I'm gonna let these two go. Pumpkin pie and cream and sugar. I had 4 of them, but like I said, I have those colors all day long. There's a mini Natasha, and there should be another mini Natasha somewhere. So this one's Thumper and Flower. This was ColourPop, and I use these together because one is purpley and one, this one is Flower, this one is Thumper, and I use these together just so I can use like these nudes and the mattes. You know, I use those usually in conjunction with each other. What else? Another Big Makeup Geek. I got this one when she was going out of, you know, selling her stuff. There are some more of the square pans. I didn't get a lot of the square pans. I wish I would have got more when they were on sale. Morphe. This is 9N. This is one I can probably let go. I think these are Makeup Geeks as well, or are these ColourPops, or are they Shop Miss A? These are ColourPops. These were, remember when ColourPops come in like the little 4, or like the little 4 and you could pop them out? That's what these were, and I just ended up putting them all in one palette. So that was that container. That's a good job there, Shannon. Cleaned out quite a bit just from that one little thing there. There's my Natasha's. I know I have another Natasha in there because I just bought it. This is Pat McGrath, and I have nothing Pat McGrath. And so I will be keeping this guy. Even though it's mostly shimmer, that's so pretty. We will keep that. That came in something. I don't remember what, but it came in something. Another Natasha, and there's the one I just bought recently at Ulta. I paid $27 or something for that little booger. So yes, definitely keeping those. I'm trying to pull out the rest of what is back up here in the back. Here's my Visi Art. It can go in there. Violet Voss, Violet Sunset. That's a pretty palette. We'll keep that one a little bit longer. Ace Beauty. Again, that's a pretty palette. But do you see what I'm saying when I'm pulled to like the same kind of colors? We'll keep that one a little bit longer. Fenty Beauty. I don't even remember having this one. I really did not remember having this one. I've used it maybe once. So I need to break this one out and use it. I'm going to leave it laying up on my desk, so I will use it. This one's one of my favorite. It's the Raspberry. That was a gift from a friend. Smells like raspberries. So there's that drawer done. Got a few things out of it. And got some room in there now. Next drawer is like my medium sized palettes. This Naked Urban Decay, I just got this one. This one's more of an autumn toned. This guy here, Metal Mania. I just got him at TJ Maxx. To me, that's more of an autumn toned, so I've not really been wearing it. Jaclyn Hill. Now here's my collection of Jaclyn Hill's. Other than her 2 big palettes. I have her 2 big palettes, and I do like the formulas in these. A lot of people didn't like them, but I did. This one is, oh shoot, which one are you? Oh, this one's the Morphe Jaclyn. Okay, this one's a Morphe Jaclyn, but purple. Oh yeah, Ring the Alarm. There's the name, and Bling Boss. I knew they had a name. I did like both of these. I might let this, I'm gonna let them both go. Hard decisions, guys. I need to make room. This one was one of her last ones, the Strawberry Fields. This is a pretty palette. and I've only used it like once or twice. So I'll keep that one a little bit longer. And then the Jacqueline Divine Neutrals. Again, like I said, I got neutrals out the yin yang. I will keep that one a little bit longer because I've not had that one as long as I've had those. My Tartelette palettes. I have the original and I have Toasted. And I don't think I've had Toasted that long. I don't even remember having Toasted actually. So I will keep these. Yes, they're old as the hills. They still smell really good. That is so pretty. Peanut butter and jelly. This was one of the first palettes I bought at, this was the first palette I bought at Ulta. This one. And I still use it, and it's still good. And I need to be spraying these with alcohol, because usually when I go through, I'll go through and spray everything with alcohol. My Just Peachy and White Peach, keep. This one, the packaging, absolutely beautiful. There are some beautiful colors in this palette. But this might be one I end up letting go. One, it takes up so much room, and I just don't use the blues. Ace Beauty, this one, where was the other one? Okay, let me compare these two. I mean, they both have an orange, like this orange and this one. They both have this orange. They both have purplies. I think I'm going to get rid of this one, even though I love that packaging. They're both so similar. I mean, so there's another one down. All right. Mixed Metals Peach. I've had this forever too. Absolutely beautiful palette. Beautiful palette. I'll keep that one because there's some colors in there that I don't have. That's crazy to say. At Foresight, this was Raw Beauty Christie. I wear green a lot, so I've kept that one. This one is a ColourPop On The List. There's some pretty shades in this one as well. That one's really neat. Haven't really used that one. We'll keep that one a hair bit longer. Morphe 5N. Those deep plums get me. I mean, they just do. I'm sorry, they do. This is one of my a little bit of everything. I don't remember what palette these came out of. These may have been the other. I have to go back and watch my videos because I really don't know where these shadows came from. I really don't know what they don't. There's no name. I mean, there's a center. That's it. There's no like company name. There's no brand name. And I've not used them. It looks like I might have swatched some. Libra. I don't know if these are Cindy Grace or not. These may be Cindy Grace. I don't know. But they're in this palette. I don't even know what shadows those are. Natasha Denona. Did I say I don't have one of her big palettes? This one was a gift from a friend. And I have used it. I love this one. It's a very autumn palette, so I don't normally use it till it gets to be autumn. My Anastasia's Soft Glam Modern Renaissance. Is this bringing back memories for you guys when the beauty community on YouTube was a different animal? And this one is Norvina. I have used Norvina. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, that was a whole different beast of beauty community on YouTube. So let me know if that's bringing back some memories of like when it was fun, when it was still informative and fun. Naked 3. I could get rid of that one. I've had it forever. This is Naked Ultraviolet. This one is not as old, and you know me and purples. I'll hold on to that one. Can't believe I got rid of my Naked 3. This is the original Naked. Again, I have so many neutrals, but I might keep that one a little bit longer. My other chocolate palette sitting over here to send to somebody, and then my gingerbreads. I will keep those. And then I have Tarte Pro. I love this palette. Tarte Pro. And then I have the Tarte Remix. Now the Tarte Remix, like I said, I don't do vibrant colors. I don't do a lot of blues. I told you I'm going to try to really wean it down this go around. Need to clean some stuff out. I need to like really pare down things I have in my house, not just here in my makeup. And really start decluttering. That got quite a bit right there. I'm gonna leave the Fenty one on the table, and then that is Jaclyn Hill's there. And yeah, I think that's good. As far as big palettes, I have my, oh, and this was a new one. This is the Maple and Waffle Too Faced that can go in there. I have a Game of Thrones over there. It was a gift from a friend, so it's not going anywhere. I have my O palette. It's one of my favorite neutral palettes. You have every shade of neutral you could want. My Emily Noel palette. I will never get rid of this. Again, one of my favorite palettes. And just the weight in these is like I need to downsize. So here are like big palettes. I'm gonna open that drawer back up. And Color Pop Stone Cold. This is a fairly new one. Nice, cool neutral palette. Something I didn't really have in my collection, so I have that. There's a brand new mirror down in here. Okay. So some of these now I've made room, can go in the drawer I just cleaned out. Vintage Rose from Morphe. That's a really pretty combination of, like, again, colors that I don't really have in my collection. Those really soft mauves. And these peaches, I mean, just gorgeous. Okay, so those are keeps. This is a Shop Miss A palette. And I think these are the Shop Miss A colors that came in the palette. Or am I wrong? Shop Miss A. Yeah, there it is. So these came with this palette. I didn't use that one. I can't remember. I can't really remember how the quality was. Manuti Patootie. This is one of my favorite neutral palettes. I lost this shade. It just kind of crumbled to nothing and it fell out. But I love that one. Miss Laura Lee. I need to buy a new one. Speaking of Laura Lee, I did buy some of her singles. But I need two. Next time I order from Laura Lee, I need to order 2 singles to fill up this. And I think these are all, are these Laura Lee shades? I don't know. That one's Laura Lee for sure. That's Laura Lee. SB. What was SB? I wrote on the back. I wrote the names on the back. So those might not be Laura Lee's. SB. I don't know what that was. Storybook. Okay, yeah. These were the Storybook, like Snow White or whatever we got in a BoxyCharm. So all of these are from that Storybook palette, and I broke it down because remember it was shaped like a book. So those are not all Laura Lee's. Okay. This came in a box. This in the pudding. I can get rid of that one. Again, I have so many neutrals, it's ridiculous. I have 3 And I give a bunch of these away because I ordered extras. Makeup Revolutions. And look, the mirror has come out of this one. So let me be careful and put the mirror back. I can declutter that one. That one was the one that looked like fire. Forever Flawless. This one is the one that looks like ganja. This one is chilled. Let's see if the mirror's out of that one. This one's the greens. I think that this one might have been, I can't remember, one to almost mimic Jeffrey's Blood Money. I'm not going to swear to that. But I know somebody had duped it. Was it Morphe? I know Morphe duped it. Did Makeup Revolution dupe it as well? I don't know. And then this one is Forever Flawless. These are berries, so I might keep that one. And then there's a few more down here. Violet Voss. I love this palette. Neutrals and berries. This is a big KAB face palette. I have it in here just because it's a giant palette. I do like those powders. Here is their eyeshadow palette. Another Ace Beauty. Their packaging is so pretty. This one, I know I can let go. I will not wear those. I will not wear those colors. Candy Skies, Laura Lee. Beautiful palette. Bonjour Mantra. This one, the pigmentation is just not there on that one. I don't even remember why I kept that one. I returned the other ones. I returned them. This is a palette that I made. Let's see who it is. I can get my fingers on it. ColourPop. So these are all ColourPops. Singles. These next three are all ones that I have made. These are Makeup Geek. This right here is Makeup Geek. I think these are Makeup Geek. But they're not all Makeup Geek, I don't think. Those are. These come out of another palette. I think it was the Alamar palette. If I can get up in the camera, right? These square ones here were from the Alamar palette. These are Makeup Geek. And I think these down here were Makeup Geek. So they're kind of a little bit of a mishmash. Those are. And I mean, I could really get rid of this Alamar one. So I might do that because I have those colors. This one, what are you? I think this is all Makeup Geek as well. Yep, this one's all Makeup Geek. Took those out to make probably a quad. And then this one is Sydney Grace. There's some Sydney Grace bronzers. Here's the Sydney Grace shadows. So here's all, I think, everything I've gotten from Sydney Grace other than those blues. I think these are all Sydney Grace. In that one. So that is that drawer. Guys, we're almost done. I promise you we're almost done. So those are some of the bigger palettes. Lord, how'd I have all this in there? All right, we'll just sit her down. We'll rework her. The next drawer is going to be mostly Jeffree Star. And this Hip Dot. Oh, so pretty. I want to get my bits mixed up. Hip Dot. This was that Mora palette. I need to move this one up. Stunning shimmers. Absolutely stunning shimmers. Morphe. Do I need to keep these Morphe palettes? Purple. I think I tried to declutter these before. This is the Tote 35T. And then the rest of that is it's Jeffree. Because this stuff is so clunky and big. So I have Blue Blood, Blood Sugar Pricked, and the one that was purple, whatever that one was. That is what is in that drawer. And that's pretty much it for eyeshadows, guys. There might be something down in this bottom drawer. Let me look. There is Tati. I almost sold this. And for whatever reason, oh yeah, I remember she said she'd give the money to her husband to mail, and he didn't mail it. And so I ended up not selling it. I will keep that. You know how much this thing goes for right now? Not that I'm going to sell it, but ridiculous. Here was another mini orgy, because remember he said the formulation, something was wrong. Now I don't know which one was the new one. This is the old one. And I was just keeping this one for backup. This is the Wet n Wild Wild Hearts. It's a gigantic palette, guys. It's gigantic. The colors were fun. It's just gigantic. And then I have my Jaclyn Hill. I have a BH Pro Studio. This one I can probably let go. I've had it a long time. Lots of pretty colors. But I never, ever reach for that. So it can go. And then this was the Volume 2 Jaclyn Hill, which everybody said the formula changed. I mean, it was still fine. It's still workable. Was it as great as the first one? Maybe not. But there's the first one. This is the original. It was not like a second edition. This was when it first came out. And it still looks brand new because I don't hardly ever use it. I need to get them out and use it. Then this was a gift from a friend. The Morphe Jeffrey. I will keep that one as well. One, because it was a gift from a friend, and I have used this one. Again, I need to get it out more. I need to start doing my monthly rotate out like I used to, because that made me like grab what was on my desk. So I'm going to put those back in there, and that is the clean out of my eyeshadow palettes, guys. I have a whole box here that I'm getting rid of. I'm probably going to give them to friends. I may put something on Poshmark. I don't know, but Facebook Marketplace, because that's a couple $100 sitting there in makeup, and I mean to just throw it away. No, I'll give it away or I'll sell it or something. But that is it for the eyeshadows. Blushes, I've gone through and gone through and gone through. There's probably no blushes in there I'll get rid of. Highlighters and bronzers, maybe. That's pretty much it for the big clean out. So if you're spring cleaning, let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.